everyone, today we are going to discuss Bitcoin. Now that we have covered and understood what cryptocurrencies are, we move ahead to discuss some of the popular cryptocurrencies. In this session, we shall take a look at the basics of some of the popular coins such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and a couple of what are called meme coins and tokens such as Doge and Shiba Inu. What are they? Where do they come from? And how can you trade in these cryptocurrencies? We will ensure that nothing will sound too technical or gibberish, but we'll get down to basics. Now let's get straight to Bitcoin, the king of the crypto world. Bitcoin is one of the topmost search terms on Google. Everybody wants to know what it is and how to buy it. So we at Crypto University are going to make it easy for you, explaining this coin in very simple way in plain English. Bitcoin is digital money which you can securely send anywhere to anybody near instantly without an intermediary. Banks, governments, credit card companies were all bypassed with this new digital currency. Since the intermediary is eliminated, it reduces the cost of transaction and increases speed of transfer. Since Bitcoin is a store of value, a medium of exchange, it is digital and therefore it is digital money. So basically, it transfers the power and the control of their money, digital money, to the hands of the person owning it. Simply put, it is like an online version of cash. You can use it to buy products and services. Currently, not many establishments accept Bitcoin, but El Salvador, a country in South America, has made it legal tender or fiat currency. Now let's get into a little backstory. The world's first and largest cryptocurrency was brought to the market in the year 2008, when it was first outlined online through a working paper published by Satoshi Nakamoto. His so-called goal was to create a new electronic cash system that was completely decentralized, with no server or central authority. Then, in early 2009, Nakamoto released Bitcoin to the public, and a group of enthusiastic supporters began exchanging currency. After cultivating this concept and technology, in 2011, Nakamoto turned over the source code and the domains to others in the Bitcoin community and subsequently vanished. Now let's make things a little bit simple with a comparison. Let's compare Bitcoin to a bank. Money today is already mostly digital. The bank maintains its own ledger of balances and transactions. However, the bank's ledger is not transparent, and it is stored on the bank's main computer. You cannot review this ledger, only the bank has complete control over it. Bitcoin, on the other hand, has a transparent ledger. At any point in time, we can read this ledger and see all the transactions and balances that are taking place. Bitcoin is also decentralized, yes, so there is no government or institution like a bank or other authorities that controls it. There is no one computer that holds the ledger of Bitcoin. With Bitcoin, every computer that participates in the network also keeps a copy of the ledger. And it is not issued from top down like traditional currency. Rather, Bitcoin is mined by powerful computers connected to the internet. To explain all of this in simpler terms, before the internet boom and before social media platforms became popular, most of us consumed news from newspapers or television news channels to be informed on latest happenings in the world of politics, finance, across the world and in the society at large. So basically, those few media houses controlled what we knew and their biases were also included. Then, the social media explosion happened. Now, many people follow news on the social media platforms, where views of so many people are there to view, and you can form your own opinion by reading and listening to all sides of the story. Well, Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are just like that. There is no one person controlling it, and now everybody has the control of their digital money. Let's have a look at some of the important milestone dates in the history of Bitcoin, which will surely give you a deep insight as on what and when happened in the world of Bitcoin. 31st October 2008, Bitcoin white paper published by Satoshi Nakamoto. 3rd January 2009, first block called Genesis block was created. 22nd May 2010, first retail purchase of pizza using Bitcoin. 28th November 2013, price of Bitcoin surpassed $1,000. 2nd March 2017, price of Bitcoin surpassed 1 troy ounce of gold. 10th November 2021, Bitcoin's price touched an intraday high of $68,990. There are certain key features, characteristics, and limitations of the Bitcoin blockchain that we all need to know. There is a cap in the supply of Bitcoin. This exists at 21 million, so there will only be this much that is ever available. The charges for the execution of Bitcoin transaction is significantly high. The time taken for validation and verification of transactions is high. It takes about 10 minutes to do a transaction, as that is the time it takes to add a block. There are several other more sophisticated blockchain platforms that gradually eroded the market share for Bitcoin. These newer cryptocurrencies are based on superior blockchain technology protocol that allows greater number of transactions per second. Bitcoin blockchain network uses consensus algorithm called SHA-256 for hashing. The trading code for Bitcoin is BTC. It is not necessary to buy a whole Bitcoin. You can also trade with a fraction of a Bitcoin called Satoshi in honor of its inventor. The Satoshi to Bitcoin ratio is 100 million Satoshis to 1 Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the single largest cryptocurrency. Its market capitalization alone is around 40% of the market cap of all cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin is written in what is known as a Turing incomplete language, which makes it understandable only to a small set of orders, like who sent how much money and to whom. The information on the blockchain is mostly transactions. The first transaction in the block that is mined and validated is called Coinbase transaction. For example, in the screenshot provided, the block number 718048 was mined by F2 pool. This block consisted of a total of 2959 transactions, but the first transaction is highlighted and labeled as a Coinbase transaction.
Please complete this module by viewing the other sessions.